Hello, my beautiful and wonderful movie peeps out there. I know what you're thinking. Chris, what are we doing on the streaming set, okay? Where is the spooky set you promised us? Well, I spent the weekend going out to different Halloween stores, and the set's done. It's finished. It's in the other room. I just have to edit the vlog. So I didn't want to make the side flick in the set and spoil the surprise for you, because, man, I got some surprises in store for you. So we're going to do today's side flick on the streaming set, and I think this is cool enough. You get to see my pops. You get to see my Spider-Man rug. You get to see Chucky back there. He's part of the vlog. That's a lot of fun. But with that explaining out of the way, let's get to talking about some of the movie news, because a lot's happened this weekend. All right, so some of the things we're going to be discussing here today, guys, is we finally have a teaser trailer promising us a full trailer for Aquaman 2. We're going to be talking about that. We got tons of updates concerning Deadpool 3, some official updates, and some continuous wild rumors. And well, on the train of wild rumors, this new bit of information on the Fantastic Four has my mind exploding. We're going to be talking about that along with so much more. As you guys know, timestamps will be in the description. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me if you're looking forward to the spooky vlog, because it's coming. But alright, kicking things off, let's talk about a couple of teaser trailers or trailers that have been released the past few days here. Starting off with one you guys wanted me to discuss about is The Monarch Legacy of Monsters. That's the Godzilla TV series for Apple TV. And just giving you my quick thoughts on this, I'm loving the tone of the show. I like how it feels grounded, it feels serious. It's kind of what you would expect, right? And Apple TV sometimes has these like underground, really good shows. I feel like the show is promising a good mixture of, human action with some mystery about the creation of Monarch and maybe how it could have repercussions for the future of the Monsterverse, along with teasing some monster action that hopefully just won't be 1 or 2 episodes. So yeah, this trailer definitely deserves a treasure for me. I'm looking forward to it. One thing I'm a little bit late on here, but I still want to discuss with you guys, is we did finally get about a minute teaser trailer for the Thanksgiving horror movie. I started talking to you guys about this. We saw the poster last time on Side Flick. Giving you my full thoughts on this now is like, I like the look of it. It looks like dumb, cheesy fun. Like, I wasn't expecting much. I just wanted a good Thanksgiving horror movie with a slasher killer. I like the design, and they're even looking like they're gonna recreate one of the famous kills from the fake trailer. The woman on the trampoline landing her hoo-ha on the knife. That's kind of what we all wanted to see, am I right? But no, joking aside, I think when you had the connotation that this movie was gonna star a TikToker, everyone's like, oh, dumpster fire of a movie. Why do we even discuss it? But I feel like this looks at least halfway decent, something fun. Especially if more of the kills are going to look as creative as this one in the kitchen. That's going to save the entire movie for me. So I'm actually going to give this trailer a treasure, and I'm actually interested in it. Moving on from there, talking about some movie news, we got an update on the Crow reboot that I had completely forgotten about. Now, if you guys haven't been following the Crow news and this reboot, it has literally gone through so many stars, directors, writers, all in the past year, and to the point I didn't even realize they actually finished filming this movie. It's going to be starring Bill Skarsgård, and we got the news that Lionsgate has picked up the movie to distribute it, and they will be releasing this movie in 2024. Now, there's a lot of fans of that original Crow, and a lot of people just wanting a good Crow movie because it has a simple story. It's just, you're a guy, you get killed, and then you get brought back to life, and you seek out your revenge on the people that killed you. It's like super simple premise, but it's one that, I wouldn't mind watching over and over, especially if you have Bill Skarsgård starring in it. And like I said, I had completely forgotten about this thing. I didn't realize they finished filming it, so it's cool to know it's in the can, it's coming. Let's just hope no other unworldly thing happens and then we don't get to see this movie. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to the Crow reboot starring Bill Skarsgård as the Crow. Something else that happened this weekend that got me super pumped up. You guys know I've been talking about this Strangers reboot that is coming up, a trilogy. We are going to get 3 new movies that have already been filmed. We're just waiting on our first look and how they plan to release these movies, because they're set to go to theaters, so we don't know if they're all releasing in the same year, 1 year apart, however they're planning to do it. We might get our answers now come New York Comic Con. Thanks to our sneak peek teaser poster here, we have it exclusive first look coming to New York Comic Con. They have it just titled The Strangers Trilogy, so maybe at this Comic Con they'll reveal the title of each Stranger movie. Pretty much given that they'll have a tagline. I doubt they'll just go Strangers 1, 2, and 3 with our first look at one of the Strangers. Now, even though this is a reboot and it's not really connected to any of the previous movies, it's cool to know that they're keeping the same design of the Strangers. I felt like maybe that was obvious, but sometimes you never know with Hollywood. They think, yeah, let's just call it The Strangers, but make them look nothing like The Strangers. And overall, I'm just hoping that this panel answers so many of the questions I have, because, like, is each movie going to take place on the same night? Is it, like, one movie going to take place this year, then, like, 3 years go by, that's the next movie, then another 2 or whatnot? And, you know, since they have 3 films, they obviously planned out something with them, so I'm curious what this overarching story is going to be. I feel like there is some pressure behind this, because, you know, that first movie, really scary, unsettling. It's a good horror movie. Now, the second movie, I wouldn't say is as scary and maybe not even as good, but it's that kind of movie you pop on Halloween. You can just casually enjoy it. The soundtrack's pretty great. It's a fun movie. So I'm curious where this trilogy is going to land. You know, is it just a fun slasher, or is it going to try to go for those serious horror vibes? But we'll be finding out October 12th. Let me know what you guys think about this. Moving on to Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom, man. Warner Brothers, as we know, has been hemorrhaging money, okay? They've been losing a lot. I think last year it was said that they only had the budget to market 2 movies, and that was Black Adam and Don't Worry Darling. Unfortunately, 2 movies that didn't perform as well as they wanted. And, well, it looks like they might still be struggling budget-wise, because they are waiting to the last possible second to let the world know Aquaman 2 is coming this December, y'all. But they finally kicked it into gear, and they revealed a little teaser trailer promising us the full-length trailer coming this Thursday. And so now, us finally getting our first look at Aquaman 2, I gotta tell you, I'm loving the comic book look of it. I love how big it feels. James Wan, you just give him a crap load of money and he will visually provide something appealing. I love the James Wan look to Aquaman. And even just looking at this 30-second trailer without much of the plot or what's going on, like, I am having a hard time believing how could this movie be bad? Because that's the big rumor we're hearing, is every time they test screen this movie, people just did not like it. But I'm looking at this footage and I'm like, this feels big, this feels grand, this feels like a fun time. How could this be bad? Again, though, we will make our own judgments with the full trailer, and obviously when we see the full movie, this is just, I don't know, something to kind of set our expectations. As of right now, I'm a disbelief. I am a James Wan lover. Really hasn't been a film of his I haven't loved, so I'm planning to wait and see for myself. But just looking at this teaser footage, it looks like a blast, man. It looks like fun. Let me know what you guys thought about that Aquaman 2 footage and these constant rumors we're hearing that the movie is bad. Bringing us now to talk about some wild Deadpool 3 updates. Now, before I get into this, I told y'all I went out all weekend shopping in Halloween stores. I found something kind of fun. Give me a second. Look at this. Spirit of Halloween was selling Wolverine claws. I guess it's in promotion of the X-Men 97 show that's coming out. I can't wait to try these. Let's talk about Deadpool 3. It's going to be tradition now. Anytime I talk about Deadpool 3, I must have these on my hands. Maybe I'll evolve as the news goes on, and I'll have a cigar, I'll have some mutton chops, I'll do my hair like Huey Jackman. Let me see if I can get that done. It's on, baby. The transformation has begun. But alright, with the Deadpool 3 news, we're going to divide it up in 2. One half is going to be official information that has been provided to us by the director, Sean Levy. And the other half is going to be rumors and speculation, things we have to take with a grain of salt. So let's begin with the official stuff. One comment Sean Levy provided that got my excitement way up is him saying, "Our movie is raw, audacious, and very much rated R. We went straight lengths not to shoot on sound stages with digital environments. We wanted something that felt grounded and real. It's more of a descendant of Midnight Run, 48 Hours, Planes and Trains, and Automobiles." That statement alone hyped me up. It got my Wolverine claws going. Not just like the comparison of movies like Midnight Run, 48 Hours, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like, those are awesome buddy adventure movies, which is kind of what you want with Deadpool and Wolverine. But it was the part of him saying no sound stages, no digital environments, mostly practical sets. And we have proof of that. Those set photos that we got, that is a practical set. We have the big giant Fox Studio logo there along with all other debris. One thing that's made these Marvel movies so ugly lately is you can just tell when they're standing on a soundstage. When it's a digital screen behind them, they look so off. It gets rather annoying and just makes for some ugly shots. So that hypes me up. When talking about Hugh Jackman and his return to the role, he said, "Like the rest of the world, I've waited 2 decades to see Wolverine in a whole movie with Deadpool. I don't know if this is our last shot at Wolverine on screen, so I was going to make a goddamn sure we get the old yellow and blue just once and that we got it right. Awesome. Loving it. Let's see if this actually is his last time. And then finally, he was asked about the rumor of him directing Avengers Secret Wars, where he said, "I heard that rumor, and that's all I'm gonna say." Now, we've been hearing so many rumors about who could be directing Avengers Secret Wars. I think the most latest one was Sam Raimi, and I was like, yeah, maybe that could make sense, especially if the movie's bringing in a lot of old superheroes like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman Wolverine. But Sean Levy was one I hadn't considered, and you know what? This one also makes sense. Not just because he's directing Deadpool 3, has a connection to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, who might show up in this movie, but it's also like, he's directed a lot of Stranger Things episodes, and Stranger Things is known for having a gigantic cast, a really big cast, and having to juggle, all storylines, plot points, and everything like that. He might be suited for Avengers Secret Wars that's supposed to have 1 million characters. We'll see how Deadpool 3 goes, but that's one name to consider as a director for Avengers Secret Wars. Then we get into rumor territory, so take this stuff with a grain of salt. We have one scooper, the comic kids, say that the film will showcase multiple realities collapsing and the TVA's plan to save certain heroes from each reality and place them in New Earth's Battleworld. Battleworld is something that we think is going to be part of Avengers Secret Wars. In the comics, it was just like this giant planet where every land held different people from different universes all in one place. It would also be like the good ground for heroes to meet each other, fight each other, and then come together to fight Kang. So it's saying Deadpool 3 could be the lead up for Avengers Secret Wars. Okay. And then another one where I'm like, I just don't know what to believe with these rumors and stuff anymore. Daniel Radcliffe, Senor Harry Potter himself, has a secret role in the movie. Now, if you haven't been on the internet, Daniel Radcliffe has been a fan favorite to take up the role of Wolverine, even though I look amazing with these claws right now. And so this might be a John Krasinski Fantastic Four situation where so many fans wanted him, they want him to be part of the movie, they're just going to throw a Wolverine Easter egg thrown in there with Daniel Radcliffe, or he could be the setup for the MCU one. We don't know. That's the kind of stuff we got going on with Deadpool 3. Let me know what excited you more from either the grain of salt or the actual factual stuff. Then bringing us to the Fantastic Four rumors, and we have nothing factual here. This is all rumors. Take it with a gigantic grain of salt. In fact, as soon as I mention this news, wipe it from your memory and think it didn't happen, but it is so wild not to talk about. So, of course, as always happening every month, we get new updates about, who might be Mr. Fantastic, who's going to be in the cast, what's going on with the movie, and this latest one is like, what? So here we have Scooper, My Time to Shine Hello, who actually let us know that Jake Gyllenhaal was offered the role of Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four, and at first glance, you might think, that could be perfect. Jake Gyllenhaal's a great actor. That might work. And then you go, wait, he was Mysterio already in the MCU. He's already been part of it. Now, there's been previous actors that have also had small roles in the MCU and become other characters, but this would be the first time a big character goes from like playing the main villain in a Spider-Man movie to then the hero in a big superhero film. It'd be like kind of crazy. It was so crazy. I was like, man, Elon Musk, ever since he made it so that you could get paid for your tweets, these scoopers have just been tweeting stuff left and right to collect that bag. And you know what? Honey, do you? Collect your check. I understand. Everyone's got to eat. And then Grace Randolph, who, whether you like Grace or not, she's got a track record from being right time to time. She came out just yesterday letting us know what she's heard about the Fantastic Four, saying, also, I hear the most recent draft of the Fantastic Four has them coming from not just the 1960s, but also a different universe than the main MCU. And then it's like, whoa, okay, now that puts things into perspective. We have heard the rumor that the Fantastic Four might be coming from the 1960s, sort of like a Captain America situation. They go through the negative zone and end up in main day MCU and have to readjust to life or something like that. But now the added on factor that they're not just from the 1960s, they're also from an entirely different Earth. It's like, then that could make Jake Gyllenhaal becoming Reed Richards not that odd if they are going to play into the multiverse thing, because some people look alike, some people don't. You also pair this up with the rumors we've been hearing that after Avengers Secret Wars, Kevin Feige's planning this sort of soft reboot. This would be a good way to do it too. You give us a Fantastic Four that's been around in the early days of the MCU, just like the comics. Fantastic Four is the original superhero family. In that soft reboot, you now then give us a world where they've always been our MCU Fantastic Four, and they were technically the first superheroes around, just like in the Marvel comics. It's something that maybe could work out, but like I said, such wild, crazy stuff, man. It's just not going to stop. We just got to keep chucking along and filling our brains with this information, whether it becomes right or not. But sometimes the speculation and journey is the most fun part. Let me know how you guys feel about all these Fantastic Four rumors and what you could speculate from it. But that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news and also put up with this set for now. Stay subscribed and tuned in for the Halloween vlog. I love your beautiful faces. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.